What up, my headphone homies? And as you can see, I've pushed the boat out and I've got a couple of new HiFiMan ones in. I was reading over the order form. I thought, let's get some of the more expensive ones and just see what you get extra. So the Edition XS is the one that's been interesting me because it's supposed to be kind of really good value. And then I also got the, what's this one? The Arya. Just to compare, I'd be interested to see what the difference is. Obviously this comes with a slightly fancier headband. But while we were ordering, I also ordered some of the headbands so we can put fancy headband on the Edition XS and make it a bit more comfortable. I don't think there's probably going to be much to see in these because they're just a headband and some drivers pretty much, but I'd be interested to just kind of feel the build quality, that kind of stuff. So we will start with the more reasonably priced Edition XS and just have a quick butchers, see what's it all about. Then I'm going to have a listen. Whoa, I'm excited to see what some actually fancy headphones sound like. I haven't listened to anything of this kind of price range in quite a long time. Okie pokey. So one thing I really like about the new HiFiMan packaging is it basically they've got a headphone stand built into the packaging, so the centre pops out the foam. And there you go, you got a headphone stand. It's a nice little touch, isn't it? So what are these? So got like a plastic surround on these. These are the stealth magnet version. 3.5mm sockets, look pretty. They look. It's got nicer sockets in them than certainly the HE400 SE. How do the pads come off? Ooh. Oh, they just click. Okay. There we go. So the pad's off. So inside, I don't know if you can see, but you can just about see the diaphragm through there. Let's see. Shine a light through it. Can we see through it? Yeah. Yeah, so you can just about see through the diaphragm there. You see you've got quite a lot of magnets stacked up. And this will have a much thinner diaphragm than the cheaper ones, which means that it can move a bit more quickly and accurately. As far as construction, these seem pretty similar with pressed metal. Here you can just about get to the socket underneath. Yeah, different socket than they're using on the HE400 SE. Yeah, I'm not going to bust these open just because there's not a lot to see inside. It's just the driver. You can basically just about see it through the thing, just with a bit of fabric over the top. So there's not a great deal of interesting stuff going on. The headband looks the same as the cheaper ones, the HiFiMan HE400 SE. So I'd say probably upgrading the headband would be a good option on these. They sound good because like the Sundara. Yes, I've got a Sundara headband here that would fit, I think. And that's a bit more comfortable. Yeah, we'll be stocking the headbands and putting them on our website soon. So if you've got a pair of HiFiMans and you fancy changing the headband, I should have some replacements available soon. So that's the Sundara one with the leather strap. I think that's going to fit. Yeah, that's the same kind of. Don't know. These headbands aren't super comfortable. But anyway, that's those. The pads feel quite nice. They've got holes on the inside, which would have been to do with tuning, and then quite a nice breathable outside, and then this kind of leather type surround, which will help improve the bass probably by not letting as much air leak out the sides. Let's see that Arya. So these are, I don't know, 500 quidish, and these ones are more like 1200. Okay, right, so as you can see, the ear cups are pretty much the same. This one's got the fancier headband, so that's got the same headband that I've got down there, the enhanced comfort headband. And looking at them, yeah, the magnets seem a bit chunkier on this one. So they both got stealth magnets, but yeah, I think so the main difference is these ones have got the Neo magnets, and those ones look like they've got standard magnets, the standard stealth magnets. So these ones are like the rounded, the ones that they've got in the centre on the Sundara closed back. They've used the same magnets as those all the way along. So you're just going to get more control over the driver with the greater magnetic force. It's a bit annoying because like the cost of the actual magnets is probably £10 per driver for each of them. It's a shame that the headphones cost twice as much. They have got a much nicer headband. Like there are definitely some upgrades, but it's interesting how similar these two are. I thought, I was looking at them online, I was thinking they look very similar. I wonder how similar they are. Is it just the headband? But no, they've got what looks like a very similar driver, just the more expensive pair has got fancier magnets in it. Yeah, so it's about what I thought. You get slightly more sensitivity from the Arya because of the more powerful magnets. 32 ohm, the other one's 18 ohm. So it is a different driver. It is a different diaphragm, just a similar design. So there must be more traces on the Arya to bring up the impedance to 32 ohms. But yeah, overall pretty similar. Now I'm going to have a bit of a listen and see what all the fuss is about. Bust out the cable. Oh, they're very comfortable. Oh, they really go around your ears nicely. I'm desperately, I'm trying to design my own headphones at the moment, so I'm taking note of all these things. And yeah, pad design on this, good. They fit the head nicely. Let's get some music. All right, if you like that kind of thing. No, they're both very good. The headband is much more comfortable on these. These are better. The Arya are better. I'm not good at describing the sound, but definitely like the mids seem a bit smoother and everything's a bit more held together well. Like these aren't bad, and I'm very impressed with the bass extension. They drop down nice and low. That kind of thing. They're a little bit upper mids kind of forward on this. These ones have just got a certain magic. It's difficult to put your finger on, but yeah, it definitely feels kind of fuller and more cohesive. Everything kind of hangs together better with vocals and things like that. All the instruments, you can pick them out better. Is it twice as good? No, obviously it's not. But it is a little bit better. Like if I was going to choose, if I'd listened to the two blindfolded, I go like, that's the one I want to take home. I just don't want to pay that money because that's really expensive. Yeah, I think these are $12.99. These are about $500, $479, something like that. So bang for your buck, I think the Edition XS is good, and then I'll probably spend another 50 or 60 quid upgrading the headband, and it will make them look nicer and feel nicer and that kind of stuff. You end up with quite a nice pair of headphones. These ones are too expensive for us to do any mods on, really. I don't have the cojones to start ripping these apart and messing with them, and they're fine as they are. I listen, they're fine. They're great. There's nothing I want to change about them. They're all good. These ones I would like to have a play with at some point in the future, just to see if there's any tweaks we can do. But yeah, it's just interesting getting some of the more expensive ones in, seeing what the difference is, because they look similar. But yeah, these have definitely got different magnets in. These have got Neo magnets in, and these ones have got standard magnets in. But other than that, they're pretty similar. I'm seeing a bit of a design issue that I would not have done. So basically, you've got this grill at the front here, and the bars don't all line up with where the magnets are. Some of them are over the holes in between the magnets. I'm sure it doesn't make much difference. It's just I would like them to line up with the magnets. Just then you could use them like Odyssey does, where they've got they use them for directing the airflow and stuff. So you could do something like that with these bars and have them over the magnets and have them smoothing the airflow or something like that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, looking at it, these have got Neo magnets on the outside, and it looks like they've got normal magnets on the inside. So that's quite interesting. But yeah, so there is a bit of an upgrade. Definitely the headband's nicer, but these sound better. These are really good. These are up there with some of the best ones that I've heard. Sound staging could be a bit wider, that kind of thing. But as I said, other people are good at reviews about that. If you've got any questions about these, let me know. We should have them in the office for at least a few days before we sell them on. Yeah, so I hope you found that vaguely interesting, looking at the differences between them. There's not really a lot for me to go into design-wise. You know, this headband we've looked at before. It's the same as on the HE400 SE. It's quite well made. It's just a bit ugly and not that comfortable. This one has got, you know, a different system for suspending it. There is one thing that I've noticed that HiFiMan do, and they use a metal clicker. You can see on this one where it's only been adjusted, it's already starting to take the paint off on the inside. Biodynamic get over that by using a nylon ball bearing in there in the clicker mechanism, which will roll over it without scratching the paint, whereas this uses a metal thing. You can hear it's quite clicky. It's not the nicest. It works, it's fine, I'm sure it'll last forever. It's just not a very satisfying engagement on the click. I think that could be improved. You know, for £1,000 pair of headphones, I think you could get a nicer headband. This is all a bit plasticky. Is it plastic? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's definitely plastic. Yeah, I don't know. As I said, I'm trying to design some headphones at the moment, and the headband is one of the hardest parts to get made. It's just a lot of stuff that you've got to do. You've got to get some spring steel pressed, you've got to design the clicking mechanism, you've got to design the hinges so that they're strong enough to hold the weight without being too chunky. I think the headband is the hardest part to design, and this is pretty good. It all moves pretty smoothly, it's pretty solid, but I reckon you could do better. But yeah, anyway, it's been super awesome hanging out. I'm going to go and put these back in. I might go and give these to James to have a play with, because he wanted them. That's why I've ordered them. He really wanted to have a listen to these. And I think we've got a customer lined up who wants a pair of these. So hopefully it's all going to and it won't be out of money for too long. Anyway, super awesome hanging out, and I'll see you guys again.